Welcome back to the 3.0 show. And today I want to let y'all know I just ordered a 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500. And I just want to show y'all how I have this bad boy spec'd out. And so you can't build a 2026 on the Chevy's website yet, but the 2025s are almost identical. So I'm just going to run through this and tell y'all why I chose some of the things that I chose. And so the first thing is I chose the double cab because the crew cab is like $2,500 more. So um, that's why I chose that option, trying to keep it cheap. And we'll go from there. I chose two-wheel drive. I've only rarely ever had to use four-wheel drive. My current truck has four-wheel drive, but I don't feel like I use it enough to justify it. Definitely want the turbo diesel. Haven't had a diesel as my daily driver yet, but I do have a old school 1993 7.3 power, or not a Power Stroke, it's actually international. But so yeah, that's a super interesting engine. And so we'll go from there. Cheapest one you can get it is an LT, lowest trim model there. Um, and for color, I chose the sterling gray metallic. To me, it just looks best with the chrome. So yeah, we'll just keep going, skip all these little options. I'll decide that here in a second. Skip all this. And the only really option I put on here is this max trailer package. And with this, it makes you change your wheel size. I like these 18s better, but the reason I'm choosing these 20s is because when you get the 20, it lets you get this high capacity suspension package. And for me, that could be pretty crucial. I don't tow very often, but when I do, it's typically pretty high. So I think that's just going to help with that. And that's pretty much the only options I chose. I would like to have the bed liner, but didn't really want to spend the money on it. I can always do that after the fact. And something that I already have in my current truck is these all-weather floor liners. Um, but I do have a crew cab, so I'll have to buy the rear liners for that. And then you can see here 7,100 pound GVWR. And this is a high capacity suspension package, which I don't really know why they don't let you know what like you click on it, it says more information, and then it doesn't give you any information, which I think is kind of ridiculous. But I don't care for any of the safety stuff. And here it is. Um, let's just see it take a minute to load here. All right, there it is. And so yeah, I'm excited to get this thing in. Hoping it's not going to take too long, no more than hopefully 3 months, but I bet it's going to be roughly two. And we'll just see how it goes. I'll let y'all know how it goes down. And I want to do some torture testing with this. I think I'm gonna end up towing some trailers that are more than the max towing capacity, which this truck it should be 13,300 pounds. I bet I'm gonna put something about 14,000, maybe 14,500. So we'll see how it does. And so with my dealer, what they had me do, I think you can hit this request order, custom order here and send it to them. But I think if you did that, your dealer would be hitting you up real bad. They'd be calling you a bunch. And so actually, in my opinion, the best thing to do is hit this print button. And then when it pops up, print this out and take this in and give it to your dealer. There's not a lot of options that changed, as far as I'm aware, from the 2025 to 2026. I think there's two different colors that may have changed. But other than that, it should be almost identical. So the current truck that I have now is actually this one here. It's 2,500, but it's a gas. And so it tows just fine. The gas mileage is cruising around, about 14 and a half. If I hook a trailer up, it goes down to about eight and a half, nine, which isn't a big deal, but I can get my payments down $100 and save $200 in fuel going with this truck here. And before I had this truck, this 25, I had actually, so my current one's a 2025, and then this one is the truck I had before that, and it was actually 22 and 2022 and a half, but it was the refresh model. So it looked identical to this one in the picture here. But I've towed with all three of them. This had a 5.3 in it, by the way. And they all towed super good, in my opinion. but I just wanted the extra capacity and having the fuel economy and the range really was a big thing when I can fill up and almost go 700, 750 miles on a tank with this one. So yeah, when it comes in, I'll let y'all know and we'll start doing some testing on it, maybe do some aftermarket parts and some maintenance things and yeah, so there it is.